An empty cinema theater. I'm not kidding you guys when I say this, just me alone in a huge ass cinema theater. I guess nowadays, for a film to be commercially successful, it has to have a lot of drama or maybe controversies or big actors attached to it. But it's important for us to remember that there are films without all of these commercial elements but still tell beautiful stories, and this film is one of them. What is up, guys? You are already watching Cinema is Life. Today I'll be reviewing a new Hindi film released in the theatres called Jugnuma, starring Manoj Bajpayee, Deepak Dobriyal, Tilottama Shom. To be honest, I didn't even know that this film existed. It was when I went to watch a Hindi film recently in the theatres that I saw the trailer being played. This trailer gave me a sort of story-driven, slow-paced drama kind of vibe. Along with it, a little bit of fantasy. So I was excited, it caught my attention, and then when I did a little research about it, I found out that this film is directed by Ram Reddy. Now this guy has directed a beautiful Kannada movie before this. It's called Tithi. It is streaming on YouTube for free. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out because it's a beautiful film on the concept of grief. So a good director and a story which caught my attention. I mean, a trailer which caught my attention. So I definitely booked a ticket for it and I went to the theater today to watch it, and lo behold, I am the only person in the theater. Speaking of the movie, it is set in the late 1980s. It is set in Himachal Pradesh amidst the mountains. Manoj Bajpayee is the owner of a huge apple estate, apple orchards. He has a lot of farmers working for him. He's very rich and influential in that area. He has a family, he has a wife, 2 children. So what happens is that one fine day, a lot of trees in his orchard catch fire and he's confused. And after a few days, a lot of other trees also catch fire. Now this leads Manoj Bajpayee to sort of, start his own investigation as to who's behind this, what are the reason for these fires, and this is what drives the movie forward. Let's start with a review of the film. There are positives, there are negatives also. So let's start with the positives. Positive number one, the movie is visually beautiful. The overall landscape, the mountains, the forest, the way they've been shot, the colors, the daylight scenes, the nighttime scenes, beautiful beyond words. Plus, as I told you, this film is set in the 1980s. So it's got sort of that grungy, grainy vibe, which actually gives us a feeling of watching something very old, a 1990s sort of a movie, grainy, grungy, but the overall visual feel is beautiful. The second positive, guys, is the acting. Manoj Bajpayee, as usual, is amazing. He just lives the character. I mean, I do not know how this guy just, portrays a variety of different styles of characters effortlessly. He's just amazing, along with all the other character actors, Deepak Dobriyal and Tilottama Shom. They all give us a very, very, very real sort of a performance. Talking about the negatives, I don't know whether to call it negative. It's a polarizing point. This is going to divide the audience. That is the story. The story is very slow-paced. You cannot expect a lot of thrills and twists and turns in it. It's meant to make you experience the life that those characters are actually living. Slow-paced. There are a lot of shots in which the character is walking and you're behind them. It's meant to show their perspective of what they are seeing in front. Beautiful nature, a very slow-paced life. You're witnessing them walking, amidst the mountains, amidst forests, amidst waterfalls. It's beautiful, it's slow-paced. But yes, there is an underlying story which is moving forward. But people who do not like slow-paced movies, I mean, this is not a film which will excite you. But for those who do, this is definitely a good watch. For me personally, I am somewhere in the middle because for me, there are certain points in the film which I was very bored. But then, yes, as the story progressed, as it reached the end, I won't say that the climax was a very satisfactory climax or an ending or anything. But yeah, I mean, after watching the film, I'm like, okay, I watched something good. That's the overall vibe after watching this film. To explain it better, the story of this film is like a bedtime story, a fable. I mean, funny that the tagline of the film itself is Jugnuma, the fable. So when you listen to bedtime stories, I mean, these stories are so good, they're so peaceful, and you probably sleep by the end of the story. That's the kind of vibe that this film gives you. Negative number two, and this is a very personal take, this movie has no background music. No songs. To be honest, I do not care about songs. But I feel that a film like this, a slow-paced drama, has to have some or the other sort of a background music to add more depth to the characters, to the story. This film was very silent a lot of times. For example, when characters are walking, you can hear the grass crunch under their feet as if that grass is getting crunched right beside your ears. The sound design is ASMR quality, but then it's good to an extent, but you need to have background music to add depth in the emotions of the character, in the story. Negative number three is that the trailer promised us a little bit of fantasy. If you watch the trailer, you'll see that in the end, you see Manoj Bajpayee flying. He has wings and he's flying. So that gave me the impression that this movie has a little bit of fantasy induced in the story. But when I watched the film, obviously they show Manoj Bajpayee flying. These scenes are beautifully shot. They are very aesthetic. They give us the logic behind, how he got those wings and how he is flying. But it didn't add anything to the story. That particular plot point about Manoj Bajpayee having wings and being able to fly, that could have been incorporated a little more better way into the story, is what I feel. It was a missed opportunity. So to conclude, Jugnuma the Fable is like the name itself. It's like a fable, it's like a bedtime story. It's slow paced, it's sleep inducing a little bit, but it's visually beautiful. So if you're a fan of slow-paced dramas, then you should definitely check it out. If you're someone who likes action, who's into, fast-paced stories, then this is not the movie for you. As a film lover, I feel that movies like this should also be supported, should also be celebrated, because they're a dying breed. I was sad on seeing that the theater was empty, but what to do, it is what it is. So that's my review of the film Jugnuma, guys. I will be back with another video, another review. Till then, take care. Goodbye.